We are turning to the right.
Oh,
Careful, sir.
my feet are too big.
Yeah. So that means back in the day you were not welcomed in here.
No.
This is what you're stepping here. Let's go this way. Yeah, we can wait in this room. On your step. Stand, please. Please watch your step. There's one waiver here. All right. So if you are looking for an adventure, this is a perfect place, especially when the light's off and then there's no sign. This could have been a big labyrinth. Yeah? That's why imagine fighting with these people who knows where to go. That'd be really fun for them. Yeah? Because they can easily trap you here. You come in here and one room normally is connecting 6 different tunnels. Yeah? Which way would you go? Now we have a limitation, we have perfect signs for us to find where we are. But back in the day, this could reach anywhere they want. That's why I don't believe the ones who are coming from outside for the first time could be a threat for the people over here. But it's still dangerous. For them also, this is a great excuse for getting a lot of precaution. But I can easily assure you, after visiting one of these, you don't have to see another one. Why? Because 99% they are similar. Either you see a kitchen on the first level, when you go inside, it's mainly with this tandoori's. We call them tandoor in Anatolia. So when you see this, you can say, did they make fire? Yes, they did. But would you expect this to be used every day? No, because that's a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
And if I send the smoke outside fast, I'll say, hi, I'm here, which is not going to ever look good. But if I keep the smoke in the rooms, I'll make people suffocated in the lower part. I don't want that too. So we had to find a way just to avoid these 2 problems in the same. That's why this chimney is the solution 1. Solution 2. Solution 3. And 2 more right in the next one. So what they are not like the ventilations or the chimneys that I've pointed out. These are just going up a little bit, and then they build canals, which travel in the rock formation, mainly horizontally. Just like pipes, yeah? You just let your smoke from stove go out of the house. And by the time the smoke travels in the same rock formation, they do know it is reducing its level. That's why it wouldn't be a trap for you. And if I were smart enough to think all this, I wouldn't use this every day. I would use this as plan B, and if I need to make fire, I would have done it in the night time to make it more invisible. Yeah, the dark times. So what this is then? If you say, Azad, you've been telling us there's no inscription, how would you say they made fire? It is easy to observe the burn marks. Yeah? So they did use this, not too often, but probably just in case of staying here more than they expected. Because I bring you here, I say, guys, we have everything, but we have limited time, because we don't really know the siege, when the siege will end. We come here with the food that will keep us 3 months in here. So 3 months pass, enemies are still outside. What would you do? If you go outside, that's another problem. If you stay here, or you let one of your friends to go bring some pizza, if someone spotted him, you're all dead. So what they did, they keep animals. Yeah. They keep the livestock in here, sheep, lamb, whatever they could. And they even tied them up right in this little holes to be plan B. No dried and fermented food, but the fresh meat. That's when they need probably. They made fire and they were still safe. And look at these little holes. These are the places where they put linseed oil and burn it like a candle, just to have enough light. Later on they brought torches, made us a lot of things, but at the beginning they were producing their light from the flame. Let's go this way. Come to favorite place. No, no toilets. I would say yes, but they don't have a toilet in a specific level in here. I will tell you how. But can you tell me, what would you say about this section? There's the slope, there's the pottery right down there,
Collecting water.
collecting water, like a fountain, like a dry well. But they have their underground streams attached to the plant at the lowest stream. So maybe this could have been another additional source, but they did find remaining some grapes in here. Some grape juice, yeah?
Make wine.
They were making wine in the underground. Not to have underground parties in here, the DJ came in and all. This is probably another plan B for them, because plan A is keeping the water in the jugs. But imagine you have standing water for months and standing wine in the jug. Which one would you choose? I don't go for the standing water. It's not safe. And I do grow a lot of grapes outside, so I'm in a limited source of living. I question what I can do with these grapes. I can dry them, I can bring them as fresh, but one of the best way of holding them for a long time is just to squeeze and keep the juice open. And maybe you don't feel it because it's already cold outside, but these constant temperature of caves are making them perfect place to be refrigerated. So it's even outside can be 42 degrees, was minus 20, it's 15 degrees Celsius in here. So when you squeeze the juice, collect the grape juice inside of jugs, storing them in these rooms wouldn't be a problem. Either you believe Christians attach this to the plant, or you can say this is here from the very beginning. Both of them are making sense. But if you tell me how long ago they started this, who built this, question mark, because it's just an assumption. So we go one by one through this tunnel. I mean, each level has its own standard like rooms. For example, in the level 2, you can see a lot of storage rooms. In the level 3 is the same thing, because if they want to use these rooms as like especially levels individually, they have a chance to do that. And if they think they could just block the way of the enemies by the technique they left us as stone doors, the running doors. Imagine leaving all the food in the upper rooms and going down deeper. It could have been a disaster for you, because you left everything up there instead of the diggers. You left everything up there and you're suffering in the lowest room because you have no food left. But since it's 10% and because of a lot of collapsing danger, they just gave us some examples. We do know it's the same thing if you see it in level 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So when you come down to this underground city, sometimes we have these holes on the ground. They try to extend the space to store more food inside, just like layer 2. But sometimes it's just on our way going down. That means I'm the last guy passing this room and you're chasing me. I open the lid, take it with me. What's going to happen to you? You're running in the darkness. That's not going to kill you, but there will be someone, part of welcoming team, will grab you and wouldn't let you go out. They're not going to offer you Turkish delights or Turkish kebabs. You're expecting some other surprises to come. We have also some kind of tunnels in Oskonak, for example, the one in Avanos, where they found tunnels really low with little holes on the ceiling. So that means Chen is my friend. I'll let him know he's coming. He goes out there and wait for him. When he is like defenseless, you know this like vertical kebabs? We call it doner kebab.
Yeah.
Same mentality. One by one.
Eso también lo usaban para cuando iban corriendo, lo destapaban y en el permitido de caminar.
Yeah, maybe turn left. Please keep looking on the ground to see some shortcuts they left us. See, if you want to go down to the lower ring, you don't have to travel all this zigzag. Yes. One single jump will take you to the lowest ring. So that's going to be a great to disappear.
Yeah, the same. It's like a nice hide and seek.
Yeah. All right. So far, everyone is
I
fine.
like it.
All right. So things are getting a little harder. The deeper you go, safer they get. They put more precautions. Our space is getting smaller, especially at the beginning of the tunnel. Siz geçecekseniz geçin hocam. Hızlı gidiyoruz biraz. Let them go first.
Let me say something. This is a tunnel. It goes to another underground city.
Okay.
Your guide Yunus has gone several times. How many meters? Just 10 meters.
So 7 meters.
Yes. Someone could see it.
Okay. You had another information, which is better than nothing. So these type of tunnels, especially the ones that has a dead end, because if you go 50 meters, the rest of the tunnel has been broken, collapsed. So just like the guide said, people do believe this could have taken us to another underground city. But the distance between this one and Kaymaklı, the closest, is 10 kilometers. So if you're expecting this tunnel to take you 10 kilometers the other side, that's a great imagination. I don't believe. But what this could be, imagine, we're in the 10%. So there are 9 different stages. So some goes deeper, some goes lower. Maybe this is an emergency exit. Maybe this is taking us back to one of those homes in the town. We can say anything. But if you want a fancy story, this is reaching to China. Same mentality, yeah? Since no one would prove if I'm wrong or not, say anything. But we don't need this, right? We don't need that. We just go this way. And as I told you, if they want you to stop, you have no chance to change the story. Because when they go in, remember this Indiana Jones movies doors? The ones like running doors, like the round ones? They were showing how dangerous it is because they can smash you in the tunnel. It's not to smash people. This is something like our door system today. So we have one piece coming right across the other side, blocking the way. So from outside, you can't move anything. You have no space. And they specifically started that tunnel this size. That means a gentleman like him, who's really strong and muscular, normally I wouldn't want to mess with him in outside. But if he comes here, he has to move like this. That means he wouldn't use his power. Yeah? And what I do have the hole in the middle of that door. I don't care how many people he brings. He come one by one, and from the hole, just peek, and send the chicken skewers, yeah? One by one. So that's how the system works. You know? If they want to stop people, they don't have to fight with them. Close the door, scare some of them, and let them turn back. That's it. Let's see what it is.
So is there somebody waiting to mess with this team?
No, not today, not today. I said I will bring my friends.
Oh, it's really small.
I think it's
How small is it?
It's okay, but for me it's
It's not that bad.
for me it's little small.
Go by like by their side, like yeah. That is really small.
Oh wow.
Oh shit. It's not that bad. Yeah. It's kind of nice, look at mine.
Yeah, we still have a lot to go. All right, so that's the same chimney we saw from outside. You can look and see how deep we are going to go by the help of these 108 stairs.
Oh,
Taking us to level 7 and 8.
Wow.
my God. That is deep.
We haven't done anything yet, so this is like 15 meters. We still have like about 40 meters to
Drop your
go.
phone, jeez.
Yes, sir.
That's a good picture.
Splendid.
That's a good
Are we
picture.
going down to the 60 meters?
We are. You don't want? So we will go down to the bottom of the chimney.
The strap was in the way.
Yeah, it's a little
This is
freaky.
important. So we go down 108 stairs, visit the sections at 108 stairs, we have to climb back. And then we will follow that way to go out. So this is right in the middle of them, I guess. This is like level 5.
We're in middle time.
This should look like a lift. It's like all there.
I'm thinking to start that business. I'm sending rope, and pressing the bottom, coming out of the chimney.
They should have one of those.
Right, so this tunnel is getting smaller. Yes, on the other side. So it starts like this. Deeper you go, lower it gets. Please mind your heads. But if you say this is too much, I can't go. In that case, either you wait us in here, or you can follow the blue to go back. Anyone would like to skip this?
No?
No? All good. Let's do it.
Let's go.
That's how the doors are. good.
Just a what?
The doors.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going back of it. Push it.
Oh,
Shut the
and then it just falls in there. Oh, yeah.
That's another door, dear guests, right
That's
here.
the
Oh,
door.
that is huge.
So imagine
Push it out.
before they add the stairs, the bottom of the tunnel was right here. Now it's deeper than how it was.
Oh.
So imagine this tunnel was closing every single space.
How did they move that?
It's like a door. I don't know.
You just get round the back and push it.
Really?
They get
Yeah,
around there.
yeah.
Yeah. This is cool.
Wait, I'll take a picture of it.
So,
Second stone door.
oh yeah. So we stop too
No,
far.
that's okay. If you want to go back of it and see the system,
Oh yeah.
you can quickly take a look at this one.
Oh yeah. Can I push it now?
No, please. No, please. You can check how the door looks from the back of it.
Okay.
So if we'll push it and close the door.
Because it works. Now we
It
don't
does
have-
still work.
It works, but since the tunnel is deeper than how it was, like the stone is not going right across.
Yeah.
It just falls in the middle.
Yeah.
So if you push
You can
it
still
now,
go
you
with
need a car jack to
Oh.
lift the
And then push
door
it back.
and put it back. That's
So
why, don't do
basically, you
it.
can't get someone stuck in there.
Alright, if you check the door, you can come with me, let the last one see it, and then we'll move it.
Really small.
Please don't stand up yet. So, after a long tunnel, our expectation, I'm sure, were quite small space. Look at this, how massive this room is.
Yeah.
Why? Because this is their very last chance. That means they could do everything out there. But if we come down here, we actually lock ourselves in. Because there's only one way, and we have one tunnel, the two ways. So we can let the other levels occupied by the enemies, but this is, we can't give it away. That's why we need more space, because we're expecting this place to be more crowded. Oxygen is still amazing, yeah? Still fresh, even with the mask, it's easy to breathe. But we have some sections in here different than what we've seen so far. Let's start from this one. What do you see right here?
Bedroom.
It's a church.
Yeah.
It's actually a room in the form of a cross. So maybe this place was not carved to be a church. Maybe it was a long room. Then they had two sections on the side converted into. Because, as I told you, they occupied what people left for previous years. They came here. Till then, they didn't need a church. Afterwards, Christians start to come down because of the Arabian invasions. They say it might have been dating back to the 6th to 7th century. The Sassanid invasions were kind of disturbing, and monastic life need to be high-end. Because imagine a nun and priest holding weapon and fighting against enemy. That's not going to happen. That's not the way they would expect. You can easily see it in the Vikings. You know what happened to the North Kingdom when the Vikings started to invade the monasteries, yeah? So they knew the monasteries have no defense. In monasteries, people wouldn't really resist what was coming. So it could have been a great goal for people. Yeah? And in Cappadocia, we have a lot of churches. When I say a lot, it's not only a couple of those. It's 1,200 churches. It was a massive Christian community. So if you let people stay in the middle of the danger, and if you are standing for the religion more than anything as a king, if you let these people slaughtered by the enemies, you're not the king next time. That's why they have to offer them certain things which they didn't look for. Safety and a room where they ask God to show them another person. So when they come down here, they didn't need this room to be super decorated or like amazing looking with all these designs. It's just a room in the form of a cross. That's where they believe the house of God is supposed to be. So that's why it's a basic one, but it could go back to 1,500 years. We have the church, which is 1,500 years old. And on the left rim, on the left corner, there's one sign saying it's a grave. It's not a place where they were burying their deads. But imagine when you're stuck here, imagine I died. You have to take good care of my dead body. Not because of the respect, just to save yourself. Because otherwise, if my dead body go bad, I will spread a lot of disease and smell. So what you should do, you have to keep me somewhere away from these. So they cut this size of tunnel, 11 meters. It gets a little over, and it's leading you to this room, this size, with the rectangular hole on the left corner. It's like a grave. They place the dead body, close it, and wait till the end, till the end of the danger comes. When you are at that safety, you have to take this death body all the way back to outside to the cremating, burying, whatever it is. But then you can't leave it. Why? Because we don't really know when we're gonna be in here. Then we need this section. That's why if you are thinking that they have to carry this death body all the way up, you have two choices. One is the tunnel come down, or the pulley, which makes more sense. So we have a connection to the grave and the bottom of the chimney that we have seen from two different positions. So let's take a look.
Hayır gitmeyelim oraya.
What's going on? Just scared.
Oh, there you go. If someone died, put it in the grave. Come in.
Para prevenir enfermedades.
Oh, is it small?
It's getting really small. Oh,
I'm crouched all the way down.
Jesus. Oh, it's getting dark too. What the? Wait a minute. I need my light. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. I need my light.
Oh my God, it's dark.
It's getting really dark. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh, my knees.
ah. Shit. Oh. Christ. Oh. Is this the road bridge?
Is it another way back?
The one where we go?
Oh, very clever.
It's great though. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is great.
That's the right there.
Right there.
That's the grave.
You have one.
Huh? Oh, there's more.
Yes.
Oh.
Not got more.
I'm done.
It's not easy.
Trying to get in for a photo?
Nah! Wasn't even cursing myself who did that. Damn. This area is full of ghosts. It has to. Go tricky, but.
This is actually the water well, right? This is somewhere they question where the water level is. If they get super close to the underground streams, this is not safe, yeah? Because in the rainy days, this could have been flooded. So how they convince themselves that they are safe or not is all about carving another tunnel till they see the wall. And thanks God, things worked really good. 25-meter pass, they found a stream which was clean enough. That's why what they left us is similar. If you check the top piece, yeah? Semicircles with a block. They convert this one into a water well, yeah? It was meant to be nothing, but it was a lottery they won. So this level of moist is a great proof for me to convince you there was water, not anymore. But this is the main reason why they named the whole town as Derinkuyu, the deep water well. That's what it means. And the room in the back is just like one of those pillars they tried to carve out of the same solid rock. But this is somewhere things start to go really bad. Why? Because the main way of carving this underground city is all about like not designing it on the paper. They have to come and touch to see if it's going well or not. So they did start at this one. If you don't mind, come closer this way. They knew this room was already too big. So instead of carving this with no support, they decide to sculpture one support, like a pillar, like cutting this with the semicircle structure. And this thickness they left would have been holding the rest of the excavation, then they'd start to carve more rings in the back. But you see what happened? Look at this place. Keep following this crack place. There was another crack, came from the side wall, which joined together and split this wall from here. That's a great sign for us to say, if they carve more, the rest will move forward. That's why they decide not to do it. This is an unfinished or incompleted section. If you believe that's another story, people would say, this is a confession tunnel. Since we have a church, this is a river, they meet the priest, tell what they did wrong to be way better. Or, yeah, that's another thing. If you believe this is a confession section, I can give you some time, not too long. If you ask me, in the Greek Orthodox churches, they've been discovered in Cappadocia, or many other Orthodox churches we have in Anatolia, they had no confession section at all. And no disrespect, confession section attached to the religion quite later, dear guests. At the very beginning, it was not the part of it. So that's why I do believe this is making more sense when you focus on the first story. But if you say no, the other is also good, that's another information. Would you like to confess? No, you don't need it.
There's not enough time. There's not enough time.
Remember what I told you? They keep dry food and tie their livestock here.
Stop. Wait, so it's an elevator here.
Yeah.
How do they sleep?
How they sleep?
Yeah.
You mean the people?
Yeah. I mean,
Because of the noise?
yeah.
You know, in Anatolia, especially in winter seasons, in the far east, border between Armenia and Turkey, in that area, elevation is 2,500 meters, approximately. So there are towns on the mountains. Level of snow can be about 8 to 10 meters. Imagine the thickness. That means stoves wouldn't work. Burning anything wouldn't really go well because your coal can be frozen. So what they do, so this is our animal room, yeah? This is our stall.
Yeah.
They built something like a roof on top of the animals. and they put their beds on that roof, sleep there in the cold days. Because animals are heating the room.
Oh.
Yeah? We call them ahır sekisi.
Oh, jeez.
In the poverty, this was quite. So I know it sounds really stinky,
Yeah.
a lot of noise, but getting them having hypothermia.
Yeah. We'll stay for a while.
Yeah. So the toilets, yeah, toilets.
Yes.
What would you say about toilets? What do you think they did? Hello, sir.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's a good question.
It was very low.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I mean, I wish I could have another choice, but that's the one and only. Sorry.
Please do something.
Stand it for the next time. So what do you think? If you were here, what would you do about toilets? Don't look around you. It's not a specific toilet you can see around you. We have found toilets in one underground city, just like this, with the keyhole in the middle, but underneath is empty. So it doesn't go somewhere. That means they had something to store the dirt of human being, and every single time they have to
How many?
bring it back and forth. I don't know, maybe hundreds.
Here? Yeah.
But in here, we haven't seen anything like that also.
Yeah.
That means maybe they were using some jugs, pots
Yeah.
out of red clay in any level. But if you're looking for somewhere to store the waste of human being, this room is already dirty because of animals you have around you.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of making the other rooms dirty, this is our
Just
storage.
contaminate one room.
Yeah, so one big jug maybe for storing all the dirt, and then you take it outside, mix it with the animal, or make some bombs and throw your enemies shit bombs in. To humiliate them. But we haven't seen any system, the pipes, plumbing, holes descended all the time. That's why it's probably like the portable toilets they have. Like the potties for the babies today we have in our life. Right, so since this is our kind of first visit, we have another half an hour driving to the next destination, and there's no toilet break. Not because I don't want, because it's just like farming area.
Right.
So it's better to use toilets, which is on your left when you go outside. So how the system is, you get one pottery, go behind the bush, and bring it back in. So you use the toilets, and we'll meet in the bus.
Okay.
And we'll drive to the next destination. So
Sounds good.
I'm not telling you any time, let's meet it as soon as possible, right?
Okay.
No rush. Up to you.
Ready?